The floor is World Wars. World War I. World War II. Happy 18th birthday. I have a surprise for you. You've been drafted and are going to Vietnam. World, do you seriously need so many Dane colonies? Britain, you wouldn't get it. Everyone else during World War I. Ugh, I hate this gas masks, you can't see shit. Russians, you guys are getting masks. Latin American, man, I sure love free and democratic elections. United States, allow us to introduce ourselves. All the roads in the world. All the railroads in the world. All the seaports in the world. Japan's allies in May 1945. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Polio. European leaders dividing up the Ottoman Empire. I'm not very good at it, but it doesn't matter. Germany asking Mexico to invade America. England intercepting the message. Ottoman soldiers after a battle with Vlad the Impaler. Oh, look at that, I've been impaled. Things adults shouldn't believe in anymore. Testing nukes in the desert for an isolated testing environment. Testing a nuke which shatters the windows of anything 900 kilometers away. Nuking some island in the Pacific and getting mad at New Zealand when they try to stop you. Testing nukes suspiciously close to where the natives live. People who play Assassin's Creed. History teachers. How I greet my friends in public. When I'm alone. When I'm with my mom. Slavada Island. I hope to use all 8 of my years in office to establish socialism in Chile. Augusto Pinochet. 3 take it or leave it. Ottoman Empire. Decriminalizes homosexuality in 1858. Rest of the world. I dunno, man, seems kinda gay to me. American. So how many countries did the UK use to control? UK. Inhales. Pimples. 0. Blackheads. 0. Mitsubishi A6M. 0. I dare you to charge into a heavily fortified trench system, armed with machine guns, snipers and artillery. World War I troops. That's not a dare, that's Tuesday. Romulus. What should we name this great city? Remus. Reem. Romulus. Sharpening spear. I have a better idea. How to plan a trip to Jerusalem. Google. Bing. What happens in 1 minute? 70,000 hours of Netflix watched. 3 million videos watched on Snapchat. Google is asked 2.4 million questions. Denmark surrenders. The Tower of Pisa, after sinking into the soil and beginning to tilt in 1178. I'm gonna stay up for a while. You're going on a vacation from your home in Africa. It's the 1700s. You're going to the New World. Germany starts Operation Barbarossa. Also Germany 2 years later. Why do I hear Soviet March? Finnish soldiers when Soviets force them to remove Germans from Finland, according to peace terms in 1944. How to cook rice. Google. Bing. Democrats and Whigs. The balance between slave states and non-slave states is very precarious right now. We cannot do anything to upset this delegate. John Tyler. Mom, can you give me entrenching tools to dig trenches? Yes. Actually uses it as a melee weapon like a boss. Trench raid time. Trenches exist. Germany and Britain. There's enough goofy gas for everyone. Soviet ice hockey team dies in a plane crash. Vasily Stalin. What plane crash? There was never a plane crash. Britain in British history books. Britain in American history books. Britain in Indian history books. Britain in Hong Kong history books. Fighting on this side will result in us losing the war. Hey, what are you looking? Weather, just checking the weather. France exists. Germany, you talking mad shit for someone in World War distance. World, do you seriously need so many Dane spices? Portugal, you wouldn't get it. Chinese exchange student. Hey, what happened on April 15th, 1989? Everyone else, you wouldn't get it. Okay class, epidemiology is now a school subject, so it's time to get historical. Let's start with an example. Who wants to go first? Jose, get up here. What was the parasite that caused the Irish potato famine? The English. Made in China in the 1700s. Made in China today. Winston Churchill during World War II. Charles de Gaulle during World War II. Friend, I dare you to overthrow the current French government. The French in the 18th century. That's not a dare, that's Tuesday. How to use mustard. Google. Bing. Dunkirk. British soldiers. There aren't enough boats for our evacuation. French soldier. You guys are getting evacuated. German in 1942. Kashmir belongs to India. Kashmir belongs to Pakistan. Kashmir belongs to Led Zeppelin. Panama after 1914. How to cook turkey in USA. How to cook turkey in Romania. British Empire. French Empire. Italy fighting with Ethiopia. Russians, we need a music to celebrate our victory against Napoleon. Tchaikovsky. So anyway, I started blasting cannons. What's the best Fiat? Google. Bing. There's no Easter Bunny, there's no Tooth Fairy, and there's no Treaty of Versailles. Pakistan's claim to Kashmir. Indian claims to Kashmir. China just wanting some land. Drunk dude throws rock. British soldier. So anyway, I started blasting. Uncolonized country exists. Britain. Eastern Bloc. We want fair elections. USSR. Shut. 18th century begins. European borders. Now it's time to get funky. Me about to get my history degree. Making memes is not what historians do for a living. Girlfriend versus Sturmgeschütz 3 has 2 breasts, has one 7.5cm KWK-40 anti-tank gun, provides emotional support, provides armored fire support, is high maintenance, is based on dependable Panzerkampfwagen 3 chassis, stands out in a crowd, low profile makes it easy to conceal, destroys your bank account, destroys light armor columns, is difficult to replace if lost. Most produced German armored vehicle of the war. The Smithsonian keeps naked pictures of Harvard and Yale students in their archives. Seriously. For research purposes. Other countries in Europa, why aren't you an absolute monarchy? The Dutch Republic. You wouldn't get it. French peasants, we are starving, we've been hit by a famine, and you're not doing anything to help. French monarchy. Orchestra. Play something sad. Sliced bread was invented in 1928. Sandwiches before 1928. Austria getting away with no blame for either world war despite ostensibly starting both. It is time to go. Was I a good empire? You were okay. How many human rights violations have you committed? China. 0, take it or leave it. How to cook rice. Google. Bing. How to drink wine like a gentleman. Google. Bing. Hitler survives 42 plots for his assassination. Also Hitler. How do I point this at myself? Visible light was discovered in 1666. People in 1665. When you help the British to kick the French out of America. When you realize you need the French to kick the British out of America. Before we get started, does anybody wanna get out? Napoleon in Russia. Napoleon in Europe. Napoleon in Egypt. Kings in real life. Kings in movies. Guy from the 1960s. Wow, I just turned 18. US military. I'm sorry sir, it's time for you to leave. Me. Punch my friend as a joke in Minecraft. His 60 dogs. They're people to the Europeans. African kings. Lenin. When I die, don't put Stalin in charge. Lenin dies. Stalin Now this looks like a job for me. America in the 80s. Britain in the 80s. I'm declaring war on anyone who sells drugs to the community. But Ronald Reagan, I sell drugs to the community. Between the House of Bourbon and the Habsburg dynasty, the rising power of Sweden under. Hey, yeah? Just say Catholics versus Protestants. The teacher who says it is okay if you suck at math at a young age, because Einstein also struggled at math initially. Dude, you are so historically retarded. You are what you eat. People in 1789 France. Motherfab. Central American countries holding free elections. USA. So how many countries you can fight in the same time? Israel. Yes. The world if Germany simply went around Belgium. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to check out my other videos as well. Thank you for watching.